Hello.
Hey there. You look...
Thank you for visiting New Vegas.
Have you destroyed the... Single-handedly destroying a Brotherhood of Steel bunker is quite an accomplishment. This welcome news comes just in time. Aaron Kimball, the president of... Apparently, he hasn't I need you to make sure that no harm comes to President Kimball. Simple. Given your reputation, don't...
I've got your back.
I sure hope I get to meet President Kimball.
NCR Rangers deserve all my praise.
We got ourselves a little Ranger family reunion. Time's right for it. President Kimball is going to arrive pretty soon to give his speech and meet that wounded soldier.
I'm honored to work with Lawson. He knows more about the dam than anyone. Things are getting stranger every day.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that. When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
I'm honored to work with Lawson. He knows more about the dam than anyone.
We've got a lot to do to prepare for the... I've heard of you. I'm glad we've got a lot... Good. The President does... Glad you could join us. Most of my... The plan is... So I'll be over... It's a good... President, once you're ready... Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time.
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling. Hello? If I was the assassin, I'd be up on that ridge. If I didn't care about escaping, maybe that near tower.
Only engineer. No one can go upstairs without authorization.
Big pad behind us. We need to keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Nothing is going to happen to the President on my watch.
Hey, he's... He...
You better get out of here. You better get out of here. You better get out of here.
Have you finished your security? Looks like... Now if you'll...
Hello?
Thank you, my fellow Californians, who have come so far to answer the call to service put forth by the Republic. It is for you that I am able to be in enjoy my privileges because you take the greatest of risks and are prepared to make the most noble sacrifices. It is because of men and women like Private First Class, Jeremy Watson, that Nevada and the new California Republic remain free and secure. Born in a tin shack on the outskirts of one pine, Jeremy Watson never had it easy. His father worked as a caravan guard on the short route. And his mother, like many Californians, braved the ruins of the old world.
Damn it. I can't believe the Legion. I'll have a security team sweep the area. I'm all...
They suffered through water shortages, raider attacks, and the Brotherhood War. Like our mighty Sierra Nevadas, they endured.
Check your fire!
What is it?
But the time came and they could no longer shoulder the burden alone. 12 years ago, they called out for help, and the Republic heard them. Troopers, Rangers, just like you, answered the clarion call. Men and women stepped forward.
You're cleared to go on through.
I'm too young to die!
It was such an honor to be here today. I'm so lucky.
not for you, President Kimball would be dead. The Legion has nothing left to wait for. Before that happens, I'll ask... Between the strip and, humble as it appears, the substation has... gain access to the...
I've got your back.
Stay out of the control room and enclosure, or there's gonna be trouble. Got it? My folks back home got...
Thank you for visiting New Vegas.
As you can see, Vegas, and just in time as it turns, their assault could begin at any moment. Precisely. Your objective is to reach. You may remember how the bunker at the fort. You've already uploaded. We've accomplished. The Legion's assault.
You must get to the control room and install the override chip.
there. No one is allowed into the control room.
I knew you'd make it. The override module. I just need... When you... Oh, and before you go, grab that. I thought you might enjoy the honor of...
I will protect you.
Caesar on the cross. Been a long time. And the screams of those Legion bastards as they kick dirt running east. Speaking of, that crazy light show over the fort? What the fuck was that? Some kind of thumb of God? Could use 100 of you. Just scatter you over the east like jacks. Give those plum... Vegas? What, the families? Or house? What is this Brahmin shit? I'm not getting the feeling we're all about to... What the hell are you talking about? What is this? The free economic zone of New Vegas demands NCR's immediate withdrawal. Withdraw? Like fucking hell we're withdrawing. We just held the dam. This paper of yours isn't fit to wipe my ass. If you think after all that's happened, I'm going to grab my ankles and take it like the Legion. You know I won't surrender the dam, and certainly not to the ghost man of Vegas and his new right hand of the week. We held this place for years. Kicked one-legged out of here so hard, Caesar burned him to a crisp. It's our post. We fought for it. I'll fight for it again today. If you're looking to convince me otherwise, you better have a lot more reasons than you just telling me to go. True. Guess I'm a little too used to seeing Securitrons in Vegas to think they turn and be bad news. And I know how bad they can get. Look, house, Vegas, it's pretty. Got you blinded a bit maybe. But NCR's got perks too. Think about it before you sign on with it. And if you say no, keep in mind what that means. NCR may have its problems, but when we're riled, watch out. Well, at least I can talk to you unlike that bastard Caesar and his plate-faced general. It'll do. Guess sometimes you get the bull, other times you get the horns. Still, at least some lives got saved this day.
You know, I've had thousands of employees in my time. Few met my expectations. Fewer still surpassed. Your performance has been nothing short of spectacular. If I have need for a special... Back to Vegas, shall we? I really should do something about that monorail with all the new resources it has. I can make sure it not only runs, but runs on time. Always bothered me, the imprecision. No need to worry about the general, by the way. He'll be held responsible, publicly disgraced. 36.5% probability of suicide. Kimball won't be able to save him. He'll be too busy getting thrown out of office. But less than a 3% chance of suicide, mind you. Vegas might see a dip in revenue for a few months, half a year. But soon enough, the tourists and their money will be pouring in. Vegas will be a shining jewel in the middle of the desert, an oasis of light, a beacon to show mankind the way to the star. This is just the start, you see. This is where it all begins.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Good Springs cheated death once again, and the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed. Mr. House's Securitron army took control of Hoover Dam and the Strip, pushing both the Legion and the exhausted NCR out of New Vegas. Mr. House continued to run New Vegas his way, a despotic vision of pre-war glory. The streets were orderly, efficient, cold. New Vegas continued to be the sole place in the wasteland where fortunes were won and lost in the blink of an eye. The courier, fair and kind-hearted to those in the wasteland, ensured that Mr. House would keep New Vegas stable and secure for future generations. Mr. House afforded him every luxury at his disposal in the Lucky 38, out of gratitude and a quiet sense of pride for his choice in lieutenants.
Mr. House showed little interest on the boomers, who eventually began venturing out to Nellis to meet and trade with travelers.
Buried beneath tons of rubble, the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel was no more. Those few who were outside the Hidden Valley bunker when it was destroyed settled into new lives, or headed west to find a new chapter to join.
The Fiends staged an attack against Camp McCarran during the Second Battle of Hoover Dam. During the NCR's retreat, the Fiends overwhelmed many of the troopers before Mr. House's Securitrons could deal with them.
After Mr. House gained control of New Vegas, he sent a Securitron to Good Springs as a token of appreciation for helping the courier. Victor was a mixed blessing, however, as he continually monitored the town for Mr. House.
The slaughter of the Van Graffs and the Crimson Caravan caused no end of trouble for NCR back west. Already struggling, NCR's supply line suffered further as the two caravans withdrew support until the massacre in the east was resolved. Cass lived to see Hoover Dam in its old world glory, humming with power the likes of which the Mojave had never seen. Vegas burned brighter than ever. Securitrons filled the streets, and Cass's heart skipped, just a little. Her last words were to the dam, and to herself. We were going full speed ahead, but facing backwards the whole time.
Thanks to the courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Lily continued to take her medicine at half doses, and although she remembered her grandchildren, her mind remained muddled and confused. Eventually, she parted ways with the courier and traveled west, seeking the remnants of her past.
Flush with his victory, Mr. House sent Securitrons into Freeside, thinking to increase his control over the area. When fighting broke out, the Kings fought valiantly, but were no match for the armored killing machines, and were wiped out to the last man.
Revitalized by Violetta's brain, Rex eventually learned to balance the memories of his old life with Violetta's experiences among the brutal fiends. His mind had difficulty adjusting, but Rex eventually found peace with his new, more vicious self.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
Though NCR was withdrawing from the region, Boone remained in New Vegas, finding work as a security guard and caravan scout along the highways. While he might have preferred rejoining his old unit, Boone couldn't bring himself to abandon the city where he'd met his wife.
Armed with a wide array of improvised explosives and stolen weapons, the Vault 19 powder gang tormented the Mojave Wasteland for years. Citizens of the NCR were favorite targets, and they always suffered the worst fates.
Despite NCR's pledge to support Prim, they abandoned the town after their loss to Mr. House. As repayment for their NCR loyalty, Mr. House sends Securitrons to Prim to protect it and collect heavy taxes from its citizens.
And so the Courier's road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.